What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. We're going to go over Matic as well as Ethereum. Currently, we're sitting at 70 cents, up about 5% on the day. We're sitting at a market cap of 5.51 billion, 24-hour volume, 396 million. So let's hop straight into it. We're going to start here on the 5-minute time frame, just because I wanted to show you guys this ascending channel. Now what you can do is something called trading the range. So as you can see, it created support, it pushed up to resistance, it fell back onto support, and it started to create this trend line. So what you can do is something called trading the range. So you take a long here, you set a tight stop loss, and you look to sell towards the top of the resistance level. So if you sold here, or even if you waited and you sold back here, and then you short again back down to the ascending support line, you take a long once again. Now sometimes what will happen here is it won't make it all the way up, but of course you can take profit along the way. So if you took profit here, maybe you didn't take that short trade, you waited for it to come back down. Now sometimes what happens here is it breaks below the support, and that may hit your stop loss. But even if you were to short up here and you hit your stop loss, you see the throwback into the pattern, you get back above the EMAs on the 5-minute, you enter a long once again, you take profit, you enter a short back down. So you would have had more successful trades than you would have had losses. It's called trading the range. I've been doing it a little bit here with Matic, and it's been very successful. I took a little short up here, took most of my profits down here, the rest of my trade broke even, and I'm looking to take a short once again. Now eventually it will break either to the upside or to the downside. You'll hit your stop loss, but you've won enough trades along the way that it was well worth it. So basically what I'm looking for here on the 5-minute is a double top. It looks like it may just be starting to print. You can also zoom in to the 1-minute time frame, and you can see here we may be creating a double top. So if we break that neckline, I'll look to enter a short. I'll take some profits around this level of support, and if we drop all the way back down to the ascending support line, I will lock in the rest of my profits for Matic. I'm actually going to just throw in an alert quickly, just so I know when to enter my trade. So I just wanted to show you guys that on the 5-minute time frames. So if we pop over to our next chart, I quickly want to go over our Elliott wave theory once again. I do believe we're going through that corrective wave 4 and waiting for that final wave 5 that will bring us down to 32 cents. Now your wave 5 is often the same length of the wave 1, and as you can see here, if we measure the length of the wave 1 and we take it down to the wave 4 correction, you can see it perfectly lines up with that 32 cent mark. So we could definitely be seeing our wave 4 correction right now, and that could be the high coming in at about 74 cents before we see that final wave 5 down to bring us down to 32 cents. The one thing that would invalidate that is for us to push above that resistance at about 74 cents and push all the way up to possibly 80 cents or even about 90 cents. But in my opinion, I do think the likely scenario is that we have topped out here. We've gone through our wave 4 correction. As you can see, oh, it looks like I may enter my trade, so I'll be right back. So basically here would be my trade setup. If this neckline is broken from the double top and I see some volume, I'll enter a trade. My take profits 68 cents, 67 cents preferably, which is the ascending support of this ascending channel here. And I'm looking at about a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Now I don't post every single trade in the Discord, but I do give signals for my entries, exits, take profits, and stop losses at the $10 membership. But what can happen here with Matic is we push up and we create a triple top before starting to roll over if we don't break this neckline, or we simply push up and we break out. So I like to wait for that confirmation. Sometimes I'll look for those sniper entries on the 1-minute, like right here you have a double top on the 1-minute, but as you can see here, we came down and then we pushed right back up. So if you had here's a good one, you had a double top here and you broke down and you pushed back up. So if your stop loss was just above that double top, you would have hit your stop loss on the second push back up. Now of course you could take that small trade right there. Let me just grab my measurement. You could take a small trade of about 0.42%, but usually I look for a little bit of a bigger trade, just due to the fact of fees and stuff like that. So let's hop back into our Elliott wave theory. So this could be the high of wave 4 unless it breaks about 75 cents, and then we have to restructure that for a higher corrective wave 4. But it does look like we've put in a flat ABC correction. As you can see here, we came down, we put in an A, B, C correction, and usually what happens is if you have a sharp corrective wave 2, then your wave 4 will be a flat correction, and currently that is what we're seeing. So if we don't break above 75 cents, I would expect you to start coming down to to that 32-cent level, and then we will restructure wave 4 if that resistance were to be broken. So we'll take a quick look at Ethereum. Same thing with our Elliott wave theory. I think this is your impulsive wave 1. You went through your corrective wave 3, your largest wave 3, and now you're going through your corrective wave 4. Let me move this up just a little bit. I'm just going to quickly remove these lines just so it's not so distracting for you guys. So if this is the top of our wave 4, if this resistance is not lost, I would expect you to see that wave 5 bringing you down to 1300 for ETH. Let's quickly measure the length of wave 1 and see what it gives us here. So the length of wave 1 would bring you down here. I can actually move this a little bit. Bring you down to about 1497. Let's scroll back and see if we have support around 1497. Yeah, so 1497, it's pretty close to that target I gave you. Actually, let me drop in a little purple box here, just so everything's more visible. Right here, pull this out. So this could be where we're looking to come down for our wave 5, in between about 1487 and about 1328, as I've been mentioning here on the channel. I do think that could be our bottom for ETH. Now, if we look at Ethereum on the daily, we do have that technical target from the bear flag that brings you down to about 1503. We were looking at a bit of a bear pennant. You could see it as a bear pennant, or you could see it as a bear flag. Either way, the target is basically going to be the same. Measure your flagpole, take it to your point of breakout, and you can see that brings you right down to that $1,300 price target. So quite a bit of confluence that we're coming down to that 1,300, 1,400 range, in my opinion. We just have to see if this is the completion of our wave 4 correction, or if it's going to push a little bit higher before seeing that final wave down to 1,328 or 1,487, in between that range for ETH. And same thing with Matic here. If this is our top of our wave 4, I would expect you to come down to about 32 cents. There is support here at 46 cents. If I pop over to the daily, I'll quickly show you guys that there is some support right around that 46-cent range. As you can see here, these previous swing highs, but often what will happen is you'll come right down to the swing low at 32 cents, complete that wave 5, and then we could see that push back to the upside. I will be loading up on Matic. I love Matic, so I will be loading up in between 32 and 46 cents, as I do believe that is where we are coming down to. In the short term, just watch 75 cents. If that high is not broken, do expect that wave 5 down. I will be looking to short. I do long and short the market. So I will be looking to take a short down to those levels. If we do push up here to about 80 cents, possibly 90 cents, I think it's unlikely. Then we could have a higher wave 4 correction before coming down for that final wave 5. So that's it for this one. Big shout out to the Discord, over 1,900 members posting chart patterns, posting their own entries and exits for their trades, as well as we have the DCA trade strategy fully explained, the dollar cost average live trades that we cover on the channel. Very simple method of trading. Buy and take profit zones if you want to start dollar cost averaging into your positions. And at the $10 membership, you can have my exact entries, exits, take profits, and stop losses for my trades. And you can sign up through the Patreon if you want to trade with me. Sign up to Bybit, $4,100 in bonuses. You can watch my tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.